channel. My name is Chi and I'm Teriro and we are Afro Nomads. Whoa, whoa. So for this week we're starting our new series on tasting food from around the world, and yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, so for each episode we will be inviting someone who is from that country, hopefully, each time. And yeah, we're gonna be sharing with you today how we're making butter chicken and chapati. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this new segment, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side. Cool. Okay, so we have to immerse ourselves in the culture. We need to switch it up a little bit, so let's do it. Okay, so today we have a really cool guest on our Instagram. She's one of our first collaborations for this series that we're going to be doing. And yeah, we have Manisha from India. Yay! Okay, so Manisha, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much for making me part of this video. Well, I'm from India. There's a state called Himachal Pradesh. I'm from there. By profession, I'm a trained journalist working in a state called Rajasthan in a production house as a creative writer. And right now, due to pandemic situation, I'm here working from home. I love to travel. I love to write, read. I've published my book in Indian language, Hindi, and self-published actually. Storybook, and I have a YouTube channel, and whenever I get time, whatever I feel like sharing, I share there, be it travel or the things that I strongly feel about. So that's about me.
Okay, Manisha, so we're going to ask you 5 hard questions. So hopefully you're ready for them. So the first question is solo or group travel?
See, it might sound cliched, but both. I love to travel.
Okay. Could you tell us why?
Remember those things for life, and so I would say both. Because, both have different charm, and it has different experiences. If you travel alone, you have different kind of experience. If you travel with other people and people you love, then you are going to remember, those memories, and you're going to carry them for lifetime.
That is true. Yeah. So are you a beach bum or are you an adventurous traveler?
Beach or mountains? Actually, both. I don't know why I'm saying both, because I love to travel so much. I love to explore. But if given a chance, and given that if you literally have to choose, and somebody asks that point a gun on my head and say what would you choose, I would say mountains. Because I was born in the mountains, and my heart is there, and I really feel so at peace when I visit my hometown and when I go back to the mountains. So definitely mountains.
Awesome. That is awesome, because when we see your pictures on Instagram, we've never experienced snow ever, so we're looking forward to experiencing it for the first time, so we can't wait.
Yeah, true. And I have met so many people who are from the mountains in India, in Hindi, in our language that we speak. So these people from the mountains are called Pahadi, like mountain people. So many people I know, they are like, no, we love beach more than mountains. But it's a choice. It's just where you feel really more alive and what brings joy to you. That's what matters the most.
Absolutely, that is true. Okay, so the next one is, I don't know if this is controversial, but which one do you like? Do you like the north part of India or south part of India cuisine when it comes to food? Which one is your favorite?
Good question. And especially, it's a great question for a person like me who really loves to travel and who loves to explore. Actually, also I feel we all are born explorers. Everybody loves to travel. Like, we are born to explore. So for me, I love every culture. Not in India, I love to explore the entire world and universe, whatever you want to call it. So that's why even I was working in northern part of India, and I'm from northern India. So the people who really don't know, I just went to South India just to explore it. So I took up a job that was not paying me so well. I took up the job because I wanted to save a little, and my previous job was paying me really back in North India. So I want to explore different cultures. I want to meet different people.
Awesome.
So whatever it is, bring it on. I mean.
Okay, so what is your favorite dish though? Like there must be that one Indian dish that you like, I can eat this for the rest of my life.
Favorite Indian dish. Actually, there are so many. There's so many, and it's really difficult to choose one because I'm a big time foodie. So one, if I have to choose, then I'll go for there's a you have pulses different. So we have rajma and rice with rice, and with roti. And with roti, and there is a very special dish in the mountain that we have siddu. So that also, my mouth is watering right now. So so tempting. So these two, I would say rajma and rice, and siddu. It's also made out of wheat flour. So yeah.
I remember when I was still in India, I used to eat a lot of masala dosas and I gained a lot of weight.
I forgot. I actually forgot. Dosa is. I love dosa.
I used to eat a lot of it. I honestly can't wait to come to India to taste all this amazing food because I've been dying to come there. It's definitely right up there for me.
Once this pandemic situation is over, I would really want to take you guys around and show you my part of the world and the place I belong to. I really would love to do that.
We'll definitely plan that. Okay, so your last question is post-COVID, where are you planning on going after everything's a little bit settled? Where are you planning on going?
Why not South Africa? Why not? I mean,
okay. You will love it. It's such a beautiful country. Definitely a beautiful country.
Yes, I have just seen in the pictures. I have read. I have watched videos, and I would definitely do visit. I mean, it should be in my list of the first few places to visit once this pandemic is over.
Awesome. No, South Africa is a treat. You love it. Yeah, for sure. There's just so much to do there, and it's beautiful.
What was your experience in India? What did you like the most about India when you were here?
Oh man, I feel like it's the diversity in India. There's so much to see, and the culture itself for me was like the most amazing thing. Like the people are amazing. The food, the food is out of this world.
Right, but I also feel it's just how you look at people, and it's just the reflection of you. And people are generally nice everywhere, even if you don't know the language. Just a smile, that's your language then to communicate. And I really appreciate you both are wearing kurta. And you also, because you told me that you will be wearing Indian wear, traditional clothing, what we wear in India.
We're wearing our kurtas. We wish we had saris, but we didn't get saris the last time. So hopefully the next time we visit you, we'll go for shopping for saris.
Love to take you around.
Yeah. All right, I think that was it for our hot 5 questions. We are going to continue with what Manisha is here to help us with today. We have the wheat flour. Is a wheat flour, we have salt, we have water and oil. What else do we need? You got yours too!
I will not use oil because oil is for a thing called paratha.
Okay, so what do we need?
Yeah. this thing and we'll need wheat flour in it.
Yeah.
You have to mix it. It should be thick, not too loose. It should be thick that you can roll it. You can roll the thing, stuff, that we are going to do with. For now, we need two things: water and wheat flour, and we have to mix it with hands. That's how traditional it is. It is done.
Okay.
You just have to keep dry wheat flour at least 5-6 spoons.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Aside.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Put it aside.
Yeah. And then you have to mix. You have to mix it with water.
With water. Okay. With water. Okay.
Yeah, and remember that it should be thick, not really loose.
Loose.
Then you will not be able to roll it.
Okay. So
once
put a
you
little
are done
bit,
with
bit
it.
by bit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to. I'll start. You have to make sure it's not loose.
Okay. Okay.
Like I'll do it first and I'll show it to you. It's because I've taken a small amount.
Okay. Okay.
So like this, you have to mix it. Because I'm like a pro now in this trying to do it. So it takes years of experience.
We're so scared of not putting too much water.
Not actually, it was half a glass of water, like this
okay.
steel glass. And I have not taken much water. So you have to make sure you put the water and make sure it soaks in this wheat flour completely. Yeah, and then you mix it again, but make sure it's not loose. You have to keep it like this. It's not loose and not too thick.
Okay,
Like
okay.
you
So
can
that
make
your
it
hands are not
and then
too-
make
okay.
it. No, I know it's not really.
I think we're getting there now.
We have this roller. Later we are going to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But traditionally,
Yeah.
what actually in India, some women, they are so expert,
Oh wow.
they'll just put it here and there in hands, and they're so expert.
Oh,
So they
wow.
don't need it. But one thing they really needed, definitely. It's like
we
a
need to get a
weapon.
small one because ours is quite huge. I think we're okay now.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh wow. Nice. But you have to make sure you don't see the dry
Flour.
wheat flour around.
Ah,
It should be. Yeah. I think this should be fine. Nice. Now, so in India we have this traditional plate, like a big one.
Okay.
So we put our this stuff here and then the dry one here. You can take it separately.
Okay.
And then we have to. Because I'm a working woman, so I don't have much time. So generally, what I'll do, I'll just mix it with water and quickly make. But they say, like mothers generally, that you have to keep it for a while and then make chapati. And it comes out
Okay.
dry and this, and then you have to roll it like that.
Okay.
But you have to make sure you are mixing it with dry one, and you have to make it round. Like this.
It's a lot of work. How do you guys do that every day though? Because that's a lot of work.
One more funny thing that in North India, we eat really more chapatis than rice. And because our cuisine is really different than North India. In North India, it's more of a rice and dosa made out of rice and so many things. But rotis they would hardly prefer. When I was in Bangalore, not in South India, I used to only have dosa, but I love dosa. Some North Indians they sort of complain. And you have to again keep putting this dry one into it, and you have to make it like this now, and then comes the roller part. Indian mothers, what they call their strongest and the only weapon they use. Yeah, they use their for kids if they don't listen. So this is something.
Oh yes. You said they use this to what?
To beat up their kids.
Wow. Over here, our parents used to use slippers, like the slippers.
See how much similar. All mothers, they have different weapons.
They'll literally take anything that's close to them and hit you with it.
See, this is so relatable. You don't need to even think about what happens in other countries. Maybe the mothers are more kind and so generous, but they are. And then you have to make sure when you hold this, you don't hold it and press it. You have to keep it flowing. Like you have to keep it like that. It just my hand movement should be like this. I'm just making it's moving like that.
Okay.
So some people it does not come out like round because they put pressure, but it's not about pressure. It just keep it flowing and there should be enough dry thing.
Okay.
See, I'm becoming expert.
We can see that.
Now I feel like I have literally learned the art of food.
We can see that. Yours is looking so amazing right now.
You have to roll it like that. And let it flow.
Okay.
And the chapati this roti should also move and then it get enlarged.
Okay, so you have to keep on moving. Okay.
Because you're doing it for the first time, so what you can do is you can do it from one side and then from other, right, left, down. Yeah, but make sure it's not sticking on. So now simultaneously you have to turn on the gas and you have to put this, or maybe a thing where you make pancake or something.
Okay. Oh, that one is perfect. I think we just have a pan.
It's really it is only for rotis. But I make my garlic bread and everything on this.
Yeah.
So you have to turn on the gas.
Okay.
Like I'm literally telling you the steps. You have to turn on the gas and as if it's going to cook itself. Once you see that it's like it's getting brownish or something. Yeah. So once it's like almost ready, then you have to turn it.
Okay, just checking.
And once you see some this brownish thing, that's a sign that now you can take it off, and then with the help of this, of course, and show me. Okay, so once some bubbles or something will show up like.
Oh yeah.
Something
showing. It's showing that.
Yeah, you have to turn it and then you have to take it off
And
and see. Wow. It rarely happens that it comes out like this.
Okay. She's
Nice.
yeah. Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm happy myself. I'm doing so well. So for a while, it should not be like, not let it burn.
Okay, so let's make some butter chicken. You need salt, some paprika, garam masala, turmeric, ginger, garlic, cumin paste, and some yogurt. Pour it in, and mix it up. It's looking good. Okay, now go and chill it in the fridge for about 15 minutes. And then prep your pan. Add some butter. Yes. Then take out your chicken. Ooh. So fry this chicken for about 10 minutes, basically up until it's cooked. Then take it out in a separate bowl. Okay, so just put some butter in. Your onions, one big onion should be enough. Stir it. Then put some ginger, more turmeric, garam masala and paprika, and more cumin. And just one red chili pepper. Mix it up. Yes, sir, it's looking good. Some tomatoes. Mix it up and some water. Okay, let it cook for about 10 minutes. Add some yogurt. Mix it up. Salt if you would like some more. Some butter. And then close it to simmer. Oh, right after that, put it in a blender. Blend it till it's smooth. Put it in a sieve. And then take out, put it in a pan. Yeah, add some chicken, your chicken back in the pot. Just cook it for about 5 minutes because everything's pretty much cooked at this point. Yeah. Add some cream and yogurt if you want to. It's looking good. Bon appetit. Let's eat. Okay, so we're going to taste now. So we use our hands and just break it, correct? Can you see it?
I hope you like it.
It tastes so good so far.
Nice.
They're perfect.
It's good.
Very, very good.
Great.
We're going to
My
have to
job
look
is
for
done.
more wheat because we struggled to get some wheat yesterday. Do you think which other flour
glad.
also?
Yeah, but I'm so glad, guys, that you guys have made it in one go. Like just
trying to
training
trust-
from yours, it takes years to literally learn how to make chapatis or roti.
But I think what we're going to do now is making sure that they're more like a round shape because so far but the taste
It was really good. It's really about, how round it is. Some people, they want to make it so perfect, but it should taste good and it should be soft and edible.
Right, definitely. Yeah, right. No, this was so good. So what are you having your chapati with? I saw that you were showing us like, was that curd? Did you have curd?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice. Is that like a veggie curry?
Potato, a vegetable that.
Wow, it looks nice. It looks really nice.
So I'll have it with potatoes. I'm also feeling so hungry after watching you guys eating.
It's so good. What time is it there now?
It's going to be 4.
Oh, wow.
3:41.
Oh, wow. Anyway, we need to let you go now so that you can do other things. We're going to end the video here. But thank you so much, Manisha. We had so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was my pleasure and thank you so much. It was really so awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much
I really
for
enjoyed
taking
it.
time. Yeah, it was really amazing. Yeah. So we're going to put Manisha's YouTube channel, Instagram handles in our description and also on the screen, right? Yeah. Please follow her. She's very great. She's very amazing. She's such amazing content. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you on our next video. Bye.